So I want to thank everyone so much for being here. It's just such a blessing to have these beautiful kin like all of you that are really connected to the fairy, to the she, to the elementals, to Gaia. And I think it's so important for us to connect in community. And so I'm really grateful for you to join me. And whether you're doing that right now live or you're joining and watching later, like we're all together, regardless of the time and space. So the fairies, the she, the elementals, all these beings, I've been doing these kind of meditations for a little bit now, and so they keep evolving, and I'm just kind of open to what they want to do with us today. But I did feel that, of course, there's so much going on the planet. I don't feel like necessarily they want to specifically go to like Ukraine or work with some of the energies that are going on very specifically, but we'll just be open. Like everything we do is part of the whole, and it's part of what needs to be happening. So I invite you to just really open wherever you need to go during this. Like I'll be guiding it, but if you feel that there's some way you're ushered to move into a different direction, or you just feel like you need to fall asleep, or whatever you need for you is perfect. There's no like right way to do this. We're here, you're present, your energy is part of the circle that we're weaving. And so just honor that beauty of your presence and your mastery. Each one of you is a beautiful master, and we are connected very deeply with Gaia. So it's time to share what we can, whatever way that looks. So I'm also feeling this really strong energy. Of course, we have the equinox coming up in a couple weeks, and I just feel this year that it's really important for all of us to prepare more. And so I feel like doing this meditation is helpful to get our energy aligned with this emergence of spring. It's like you can feel it inside the earth, and it's blooming and it's blossoming, and there's immense energy pouring into the planet. I don't know about the rest of you, but this week I've had all these tones in my ear, reflecting kind of the solar flare activity that's super strong. There's a lot of different kinds of energies coming in. I've had these awakening experiences, and I know a lot of people are going through different ascension and also feelings in their body. So I think this meditation will be an opportunity to help move some of that energy. Also, when I put out this newsletter, I had someone contact me right after, and she said, I'm going to share the photo in a moment, but she said that she'd seen me post Whipple Creek forest photographs a lot, and so she took her sons there, and she felt the energy was really good. And it's an area I used to live in just like a year ago for a couple of years, and that was kind of my assignment, to work on that place. And I would bring people there, and we would work with the fairy queen and the elementals and the gnomes, and it was kind of an awakening process when you really focus on a place. And so so this photograph is an attunement to help us open to that. But also what was interesting that she said was that she was asking me for other places that had good energy around Portland, Vancouver area that she could take her children to. And I just thought it was a really interesting question, because that same day I had gone for a walk along the Columbia, and I came home and I was just covered with energy. So I had to do a lot of clearing. And I know some of it is like having good boundaries, about when we're working, but a lot of us just work wherever we go. So just to know that there's a huge amount of like energy flying around that's like surfacing that is needing to be cleared. So I felt that there might be a little piece of that in some of the work we do, to just offer support to Gaia and to the elementals and the fairies, in what way that we can weave a circle and offer support for these places, these places of nature we want to go to, these parks, these places all around us that are experiencing the shift the same way our bodies are. So I wanted to bring that forward, and yeah, and I think we'll just dive right into the meditation. Like I say, whatever way works for you to open to this, and at the end we'll have some time for sharing. So if you'd like to bring forward any, you may bring forward guidance for the circle, or you may have experiences or healing for yourself. So just being open. All right. So let me put up the photo. Oops. See if I can make it a little bigger. All right. So I think to start with, we'll just look at this photograph. It carries that imprint of Fairy Queen energy and elemental and nature spirits. I went there also because I was working on the Fairy Queen card of my deck, which I don't know if you can see in my little box here, but the sun's kind of hitting it. But the Fairy Queen card says, be true to your nature. And I was working with the artist Andrea Dumbecki, and we're trying to get a sense of how to illustrate and reveal the kind of visual for the Fairy Queens. And so we went there, and this was something that came through, this beautiful light. So I invite you to allow this attunement and opening as we begin to this energy of nature, of this love, this exchange that we are opening more and more to, this way we can co-create and support Gaia, as well as have Gaia love and support us, and open that circle. All right, so I'm going to do a few things to just open the energy for the meditation, and then I'll move into guiding it. So I'd like to start just by setting sacred space around, and invite you to set sacred space around yourself, around your auric field, in your home, and where you are. And just imagine that you are in a beautiful field of light, high frequency, Christ consciousness, unity consciousness, feeling that love of nature. And then grounding, you can ground through your roots. There's also, as we turn to crystalline, sometimes it works better to imagine crystals growing out of your feet and into the Mother Earth. And so grounding your physical body, your energetic body, your nervous system, which is your perception and consciousness, into beautiful Mother Earth, into her heart, into her womb, into her crystalline grid. And really feel, sense, know that connection is bringing us all in oneness together. And it's also a healer for bringing oneness into our nervous systems. So if there's any kind of myth or belief about that you still carry in your body, this is a way it can dissipate and dissolve, and you can come back into oneness with your divinity and with Mother Gaia. We'll connect our hearts together with the heart of Mother Earth and start weaving a circle with our group. I can see a lot of fairies and elementals already with us. And then for any clearing, if there's anything that just needs to leave the field, anything from your day, anything that's just not serving you, just ask that to ground into beautiful earth and be composted. Nice. And I'm going to make an offering for all of us here. An offering to Mother Gaia and all the elementals, all the beautiful spirits of nature, the plants, the animals, the crystals and minerals, and all the beings, the sacred spirits of Gaia. I'm going to make this offering on our behalf and just ask permission to connect with them. to co-create with them, make magic with them. You're like, yes. I'm using mica and some cedar for that. And then I also want to do another offering of acknowledgement to the land, the indigenous spirits of the land that have cared for the lands where each one of us live. For me, it's the Cowlitz, the Chinook, and the Yakima people. And in the past were the caretakers, still are in spirit form. And so each one of us, if you know those tribes, just hold them in love. And if any of those spirits that are healed and whole wish to join us to support the essence of nature and this fairy she, a guided meditation, you're welcome to have them with you on your land. They do seem to like to show up and come with me when I work with land. And then just opening to the intention. I really like to work, these 4 words came through just recently to get a sense of this land alchemy work that we do. And the first one is invitation. And so here you are invited to come, and you're here with me now. The second word is presence. Just bringing your presence is probably the most important. And then co-creation. So we're not trying to fix or heal or change anything, but we are co-creating from that creation center of our womb and hara with these beings. And then transformation, which to me is the alchemy when it comes. So this is my intention for our circle, is to allow these beautiful spirits to work with us, to co-create, to weave the circle, for us to create this container, and then allow what wants to emerge to be born or to be loved and supported. So I encourage you to hold that space with me. So now I'd like to open that sacred space, invite Mother Gaia, the spirit of Gaia, Pan, and all the sacred spirits of Gaia. I call them the Land Council. So there's fairies and gnomes and dragons and elementals, all the spirits of the plants, the crystals, places, all those that wish to weave the circle with us at this time. So we welcome them here, and we open the doorway. And also I would like to specifically invite the She, which are the fairy race. They are our brothers and sisters for many of us, or we may feel that we are She of that lineage. And so I invite those sacred beings to be with us as well. So I'm going to start by just letting you receive and tune in and feel this energy of the fairies, the elementals, and She, and all these spirits that are in this circle with us now, and all these different locations. And I can sense they're kind of aligning all of us with like a golden light, with the sun is part of it, the great central sun, connecting with that grid, crystalline grid of the great central sun as well. And I'm kind of seeing like that we're connecting out with a lot of others that are working in this way, with the fairies and elementals and nature. So we'll just kind of link up our hearts with all these beings. And please invite some playful energy in. I know that it's been pretty difficult on the planet to navigate some of the energies. So part of being in this space right now, as they told me, is to really lift us up and allow ourselves to lighten in our frequencies, lighten in our colors, have more sparkle, have more joy, have a sense of playfulness. So I just invite you to open and receive, and in any way, just even allowing yourself to receive, that they are doing that with each one of us. And they're also feeding different flower essences and different potions to each person, like specifically what they need to kind of align more with their own essence. Because the fairies are recognizing, like, a lot of us too have fairy lineage, and so there's a way that we hold our hearts that can be very tender and vulnerable to some of these more intense things going on the planet. So just to know that the fairies are coming in and like washing away some of the pain or the sadness or the grief, like they're giving us a healing at this time to really help us all lighten and feel. I can kind of see some people just like, like it feels lighter and better. I'm kind of feeling a little ungrounded, even just like floating a little bit. But that's fine. We're with them. And also, if there is a fairy, a she, if there's someone that wants to come forward to you to be a guide in this meditation or to come into your life more, I'm open to them, open to that being. There may be more than one. I'm sure there's many, but at this time, they might have some balancing or gifts or... And I'm kind of getting the message that there's also some gifts that want to come through our lineage. Like I say, many of us carry fairy lineage, or even from a Celtic background. We had, pagan ancestors who worked with the fairy realms. That was just part of their lives. And so I feel that some of these ancient ones are, and even the star beings that created the fairy realms, as well as the she and the fairy, are kind of opening the way for each one of us to have a clearer channel, a clear energy conduit from the past in the ways that were gifts for us. And so helping kind of to clear away what has blocked that to this point. Whew, I can see a lot of energy there. So just allowing yourself to open and receive. They're just helping move away, like especially kind of patriarchal energies and structures and force and ways of power over and violence, like all these different things. Even the things you were seeing mirrored in the war right now. So just allowing the fairy realms to do their work. They're very powerful. Sometimes we don't always see them in their true light, but when you really work with them this way, they're opening our light. They're opening us to be like lighthouses. Is that the right word? Lighthouse? Or whatever vision you get of yourself, but shining your light more, sparkling more, being more effervescent. Nice. I'm feeling a lot of beautiful energy, and I'm seeing our circle, like a lot of rainbow energies coming in, a lot of golden sparkles, a lot of greens and different colors. And when I see those kind of energies, like the fairies and gnomes have communicated that rainbow energy carries all the different frequencies, and we're just learning to carry all the different frequencies at the same time in our bodies in a really strong way. So it's become more and more possible. So I invite you to welcome in any of the colors, any of the color energies. seeing them weaving with us in this circle, these colors. So we're kind of like building this energy in each one of us, and then inner circle, and then we're gonna work with the Gaia. Whew. Nice. So now I'm seeing that we are starting to really glow with our light mastery and true essence. Like each one of us is like this magical flower, this magical energy vibration. Like your essence is very different from anyone else on the planet. So each one of us coming together, like we create this whole like kaleidoscope, cornucopia, this abundance of it's like a ball of magic energy, an orb or something. So you can even picture that, and that it's growing, getting bigger. And then grounding that into the earth. And I'm seeing that to start with, we're kind of connecting in, grounding into the water, into the spiral in the ocean. So we'll start in the water energy, connecting down with the whales and the dolphins and the mermaids and the water devas and water fairies. Some of you I know are water people. There might be a desire to go into the water and to swim and experience that. Feel free to do that. And I'm seeing that there's some planetary healing work going on. Like some of you water people are going to different places and you're like dismantling some things that are damaging to the waters. You've just been guided to like, nope, that doesn't help the waters. That needs to stop. So it's like you're an ambassador, you're a very activist, like doing different tasks to support. Also seeing a whirlpool with some different fish on the surface. And so some of you water people may want to work in that more with the water and what you're getting. And then I'm seeing that we're moving to another location. And actually we are going to Ukraine. I wasn't sure about that, but I'm seeing that we're kind of above right now, and we're sending like a golden energy of light down into that area, kind of bringing in more peace, more balance, bringing whatever frequencies are needed there to assist with this process that we're in on the planet. And you might feel that there's certain things that you're led to do or guided to do, and feel free to go with your guide and do that here. I just feel like a really important thing as a group is to just send light, send love. It's like a very rich, thick, honey-like golden consciousness. And we're just pouring it into that area, like filling it with this very palatable love of like Divine Mother, the Cosmic Mother. And actually, what I'm seeing to connect this column of golden light like down into the ground, into Mother Earth, but even deeper, so it connects into the heart of Gaia. I can feel kind of some tears from her, or just wanting to receive and connect more. So we're like connecting the inner earth and the surface of the earth and above. And I see there's lots of other star beings, star ancestors, angels above as well. So it's like creating a vertical column of energy with the Fae. It's interesting just tuning into some of these different beings. They seem very intent on a specific purpose. Because it's not only the people that are harmed, but the land and the trees and plants and the alignment. So in whatever way this energy flowing through can assist the earth, Gaia. Nice. Wow, beautiful, everybody. Now I'm kind of bringing the focus to the center of the earth, the core of Mother Earth. And that bringing this light in this place is allowing that light to shine from the center of the earth. And just imagine it shining out in all directions of the earth from within. And let that fill the full earth energies with more light and frequency. And inviting, any kind of medicine or frequency, vibrational medicine that Mother Earth needs at this time, like in her core. We can use our magic to bring that in, to invite that in, make that available. So even like putting a flower essence, putting in that essence, it might be a color, it might be a song, a sound. And as I said about the sound, I can feel the she, the fairy race, in different locations around the earth, so we can tune into them. And they're doing some sounding right now that's like reverberating in those mounds and kind of womb centers, womb places. So I invite you to, if you'd like to do some sound, or if you have a crystal bowl or something, I'll do a little bit here and connect in with the she and that sound current. us to move deeper into the earth. Like they're showing this ladder. Like a lot of times we work up in spirit or we work on the surface. But even to imagine moving with them, like even into the mound and moving deeper into the earth. We can go kind of as a circle. And they're taking us to actually the womb of the earth, the womb space, kind of like the caves inside the earth that carry Gaia's creation energy. Just powerful creation energy. So just being in this beautiful gratitude and love for Mother Earth, for nature, just all the ways that you love nature, all the plants you love, all the landscapes, places. Just really hold your space of love for the earth and nature. We'll do that together. And as we do that together, I can see that our orb, our circle, sphere, is filling Gaia with like nourishment and food and healing. And anything else you're led to offer, feel free. I know we've gone really deep into this space. And with the fairies, can feel that some of the beings that are more on the surface of the earth have joined with us as well. And with the she and these elementals, the dragons. I'm kind of seeing the energy around the equator, which has come in before doing this kind of work of seeing the dragons, especially the fire dragons, the Kundalini dragons circling the equator, kind of opening up the equator energy of Mother Earth to get that flow going more. And then also the poles, like when she's destabilized, like looking at Gaia's north and south pole and her central channel through there. As well as that. And even seeing that Kundalini, that bringing together of the masculine and feminine, the yin and yang, above and below, through that central channel of Gaia. And of course, wherever you're comfortable being is perfect, even if you're in a different place. So I'm going to give some offering of Mary Magdalene absolution oil I've created that has red rose, white rose, and allow those high frequency roses, rose devas to, that felt really nice for Mother Earth. Felt like something shifted. And I feel that reverberate out to the women through their wombs and the men through their hara, like our creation center. So just opening to that place in your body, your second chakra. And now we're kind of rising back up, seeing a lot of gratitude from Gaia, Mother Earth, receiving this healing balm, this bounty from the fairy realms, from the she, from us. And now if there's a place that you're drawn on the planet that needs some more light or healing, you can just go and to that place and with your guides, elementals, and offer what's needed in those different places. I'm getting energy too, like up in Iceland where the continental divide or the plates where the continents come together. I'm sending energy there, and then also the continental divide, like where the Rockies, some of those mountains or where the plates on the earth. So bringing some light to those places. I like to beam in rose quartz energy, pink light, Divine Mother light. I suppose there are places like of stress where things connect. So we'll just be present and even just, be present in those places that you are, and then open to allow what wants to happen there. Beautiful. I feel like there's a lot of things going on, healing for the planet, from above, from below, from all the directions. We'll start to move our circle back to our first location where each of us live. You can finish up if there's anything else you're doing. And tuning into some lightning energy that's moving through each of us and our collective circle and the collective. And this is like taking this higher vibrational 5D, new earth, true earth, this energy that we're working in, this field, this energy. And as we allow that lightning bolt to move down into the earth, it's like sending it deeper in, sending the higher energies into the more material places, physical places of the earth. And even though she's ascending, there's a lot of cleaning up and, still places and peoples, and it's almost like being a catalyst. And if you have a different kind of image of how you're bridging and connecting with these higher energies into the physical earth, or even into your bodies, feel free to use that. Nice. Great. Now I'm seeing we're kind of floating back down into into our bodies and onto the beautiful earth mantle. Just absorbing all that beautiful green, that vibrancy of spring. And let those, the blossoms that are happening where you are, the energy of spring, the energy of awakening in the earth, that earth energy, allow that to come from deep inside the earth, the healing earth, and let that just gently move up and into your feet and into your body. Sometimes I think we need more grounding, and I keep getting the message like, well, spin those chakras in your feet and allow yourself to accept the rising of that earth energy into your body. That will really help your physical body go through the integration of ascension. It will help circulate energy. It will help nourish your body, feed it. Sometimes the food we need isn't necessarily food, but energy, love, nature. Yeah, nice. And you can also call in any colors too that want to come up for you, for your body, for your alignment at this time, and also to support you as you move through changes as well, or even around changes. Some of you are holding a really beautiful center of calm and peace for the planet, for a lot of people and others, and even your families. So making sure that you're really nourished, letting that energy in, and then if there's energy too from the sun, the consciousness, the sun, any light codes from these star beings. I'm seeing the fairy queen come around to each of us as well and like give us blessings on our crown. It's like claiming your sovereignty as a ruler of your own life, claiming your own power. The fairies, the elementals, Gaia, they need us. They need us to be on our thrones, in our power, in our beingness of love. So as much as you can, gather that even more. Nice. Feels like a lot more blissful energies, alignments. Yeah, and just let go of what isn't working for you. It's okay. You can just surrender and be. Nature's there. You're safe. Ah, beautiful. And as we come back, I think the she has more messages for us. I think they may have come through some of you as well. I'm just going to open up and see what's coming through. I think what I'm getting is that they are our ancestors, and to look at them like our bloodline ancestors, and to open that energy like they're our grandfathers and grandmothers, and they're there for us to care and support for us. They love us. They carry a tremendous amount of magic and power. And they're giving everyone a blessing. For those, if you haven't experienced their, well, let me just show you the in the card, there's a cross, the Celtic cross, and at one time they gave that gift to me and also to share with others. So if there's a feeling that you have that there's more lineage healing for you in your fairy lineage, you can receive that cross now, and just let that help move any obstacles in the way of you and your power and your lineage, the remembering. And also the new gifts coming in. Nice. And there's spiral 2, which is on this card, which I can share it more in the, or maybe I guess if you do a speaker, you can see it more. But it's this kind of spiral, and it's a specific design to go and meet with the she and work with them more. So I want to make sure everyone's back. Felt like we were starting to come back, and that was pretty powerful. I think it was very high vibration energy, of course, as these beings are. But I want to make sure that we have a good connection, even if, we're in those realms, like have the bridge so that we can return and love our bodies and where they're at, even as we move from more carbon to crystalline, or some of you are already there. Just to be that crystalline body. And to know that as a crystalline being, like the fairies, like we shine, we broadcast like crystals, that energy, like that's just what we do. And so to claim it more, I think these meditations sometimes are teachings for us to remember. Great. So I'd like to just open it up, and anyone that'd like to share, or if you have messages. So I know a lot of times with these, people have different things coming in, so it really helps other people to hear those as well. So we'll just open up the floor to anyone else. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Sorry. The little hand. Milo?
Yes. Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. Well, thank you. That was such a powerful journey to connect to the face spirits. I'm Milo. I'm in Florida. So I was gifted a blessing from these two really beautiful, powerful uh, male elven spirits, and they they had gold robes on, and their hands emitted this really soft, gentle gold light. And so they had these two elven daggers, and they used those daggers to extract harmful energy from the planet. Um,
Oh.
and then they placed them into the planet's crust, and that created this wave of gold energy that went around the planet. And then towards the end, they showed that they blessed each of us with a golden shawl that we can use for our esoteric astral travel work. So it was really, really powerful and really beautiful. And thank you for just holding space for us. So thank
Yeah,
you.
you're welcome. Thank you so much for sharing. How beautiful. It's like it helps open us to, oh yeah, there's so many different things that can happen, right? And what a lovely way to do that land alchemy with, how they work. Anyone else? I think some people are still in that. Yeah. Anne, you can unmute, and then you're muted right now, so you'll need to unmute. Thank you.
Here we go.
Yeah.
My backyard looks like your photo, and I've been taking photos like that for years. And you can see, I mean, I'm literally hundreds of faces in my yard. And the other day I was trying to take a picture of a blue jay that was too heavy to light on a bush. And what happened was I wound up with more faces in the snow. It's just amazing to me.
Awesome. Yeah. I was showing that picture in one of my land alchemy classes, and people were like, "Oh my God, there's like an orb, a rainbow orb there, and oh, there's this there, and there's that there." So it's like every time you look at these certain photographs that are kind of like activation catalyst energies that capture that, you know.
And I'm taking a class on Saturday, how to read photos psychically. So we'll see.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
We'll see if it takes me any further. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank
Thank you very
you.
much. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Thanks for sharing. Guess I can put the little hand down. Anyone else? All right. So, yeah, it felt like very deep work, and I think felt like it was a beautiful combination of like they were doing a lot of healing and support for us in what's going on now, and that we were able to give a lot of support. Like a lot of times when I work with Gaia, I don't always see like tears or like emotions so much. But it was kind of interesting, like to go into that womb. I've been working much more with the void and going into the womb spaces to do healing, either in the earth or the cosmic womb or women's wombs. But it was interesting to go there and, yeah, really kind of sense into that experience of Gaia as a spirit in her womb. Like, this is what she's feeling. And to me, like, the womb is that creation space where all things come from, right? The birth of everything. So I think the more we can support our own wombs and Hara as well, and also bring awareness, yeah, to Mother Earth, that spirit, that she has that amazing, powerful creation. I mean, look what she creates. Like, look at this earth we're on, right? And so to continue to support and bring that forward. So I feel like I got some healing for sure. 555. So I just want to do, before we close, a couple announcements. And just if anyone wants, first I want to thank those that did donate. I am super appreciative of that. Thank you so much. It's very helpful. And then also just to let you know that I do a lot of land alchemy programs, some self-study, some group work, I'm going to be doing some live near Vancouver, Washington, in this area. So if you want to explore different ways of working with land, that's very vibrational. It looks like we have another vision here too. Also, I am considering I'm going to be in Mount Shasta. I'm called to go there for equinox, but the Saturday before I go, which is the 19th of this month, I'm thinking if anyone wants to gather like in person on the land in Vancouver area, if you're from around here, just let me know if that's something you're interested in. Yeah, and I'll keep you posted in my newsletter too. But I want to share, there's a vision from Sandy. Oh yeah, you can't always talk from your... So thanks for sharing. Kiki, my multicolored salamander, very playful, to move and lighten the energy. Then a beautiful, fair-boned, dark skin, female energy associated with earth energy named Ethra. Her mission along the Louisiana coastline is to transmute the polluted water runoff before it enters the Gulf of Mexico. At some point, the vision of a geode with sapphire blue crystals. Beautiful. Not sure how all this links, but during all of that, I was also drawn to pray for all of those who are carrying negative energy to help them remember that they are a child of the Creator. Oh, thank you, Sandy. Sandy does so much beautiful work. Grandmother Sandy. She's in Houston, Texas. So it's nice to have people from different places here too. All right. So I guess one last chance if anyone wants to share anything else. Joanna, did you want to?
Yeah,
I'd like to hear from you.
I wanted to share from what Sandy just wrote because it's been on my radar, I guess, for a while, for like a year. But this, I heard this story by this lady, Myra Stark, last year, and she said that there's, with all the glaciers melting, she did the sapphire connected information, and so we're getting this new crystalline information coming out from the glaciers, this new water energy that has never been on Earth before.
Yeah.
And it was all like around the sapphires, and I was wearing, my mom sent me sapphire earrings for my birthday, and I was wearing her ring today, and that's interesting how it's all connected. When we did that water spiral, that's the first thing that came to me was this sapphire. Yeah, it's been really powerful right now, and with this new water that we get to experience.
Yeah. Right, melting, so all the memories are melting out with it, or coming out, having access.
Yeah, we have
The sapphire energy, it feels too like it's part of the blue star energy, which is like coming, like we're in that now, in that energy. So, like for Venus, I was thinking of that green emerald energy, but yeah, the blue star for the sapphire. Awesome. Thanks for sharing. Was there anything else that you wanted to share?
Not right now. I think I'll
Okay.
wait and kind of digest
Okay.
it.
Yeah. All right. And then, of course, that message to be playful, I think, is really strong for all of us. And even I loved, Milo, your sharing because, like, so much of this can be like kind of playful and imaginative and creative, right? How these different beings work and how we can engage with them. It's like, oh my gosh, we can create our own like magic stories of how we work with Gaia and weave these healings and do these things. It's like really amazing. So I encourage whatever way it is for each one of us, because yeah, some of us we all do it differently. All right, so we'll close the circle, and then if anyone wants to like ask anything or talk a little after, I'm happy to do that after the recording. But I just want to gather everyone together again, and thank you all so much for your beautiful presence and your mastery and care and work. Thank all of the elementals, the fairies, the Sidhe. We can open to them as family, as kin. Open to all of the angels, ascended masters, star ancestors, our own ancestors, to nature and all the fairies and beings, the animals and the plants and the crystals and stones, all the different beings of nature. We thank you so much for this healing, this guidance, this opportunity to connect and also be in this collective space to create great power for this change time. So release that circle. You're free to work with any of these beings when you want, but release this circle and release the container. Send it to Spirit, to Phoenix it, and release it. Thank you. Blessed be. Aho.